everyone, I'm Jana Tarjeft, family nurse practitioner that focuses on functional medicine. I would like to discuss several types of thyroid hormone that are available on the market. So there are two main types: synthetic thyroid hormone, which is called levothyroxine, and the brand names vary. Tirosint, Synthroid is the brand name, or just generic levothyroxine, and natural desiccated thyroid, which is pig or porcine thyroid. How is it made? So they do take the thyroid glands from pigs, they dry them out, they clean them, they pulverize them, they grind them finely, they make sure that there are no impurities, and then they compound them into the pills that patients can either swallow or chew depending on the taste. So we had several natural desiccated thyroid hormones. As of now, we have Thyroid, which was reformulated in, I believe, in 2009 or 2010. Then we have NP thyroid, which has been recently reformulated, and a lot of patients started experiencing negative symptoms or return of their hypothyroid symptoms. So I did talk to the representative of Acela, the company that makes NP thyroid, and they notified me that they changed their supplier of pig thyroid, so to say, from American to European, but they didn't really disclose the country. They only made sure that I know that they did. There was FDA they were producing it in the FDA inspected facility, whatever that means. I have still to Google it. But the issue is that the patients do not feel good on it. They start gaining weight, they lose their hair. I had a couple patients who gained weight on the same dose while they were very optimal on NP thyroid. They gained weight, their labs looked very abnormal as for before they were very optimal, and I kept them on the same dose for at least 6 months before all these things happened. The other thing, NP thyroid doesn't taste good anymore. Before you could just chew it and swallow it or use it sublingually to increase the absorption. Now it doesn't, it tastes really gross, to tell you the truth. What's the other option? The third option is the third and fourth option is made by RLC company in Cave Creek, Arizona. It is Nature Thyroid and WP Thyroid, I believe, and they're made by the same company. They also went through the backorder issues last year in 2018. Once the patient started getting the medication back, they also experienced weird symptoms, the return of hypothyroid symptoms, and that they just didn't feel good. I personally had, when my TSH was suppressed before in the range of 0.1, all of a sudden it jumped to 1.5. 3T3 got low from 3.0 to 2.2. So that wasn't something that I wanted to experience, and I also started gaining weight. So fortunately, I'm following the news and I'm reading what other people say, and I also see it in my patients. So I switched myself fast into NP thyroid. So right now, what are the options? Basically, thyroid is the only option that I would recommend to my patients that is available in the United States. I would also recommend, it tastes like chalk, so it definitely has a lot of binders. I would recommend chewing it and swallowing it. If you really cannot tolerate the taste of chalk, and then probably crush it or chew it with a little bit of honey and then swallow it. You don't need much, just to sweeten the taste, but that will hopefully increase the absorption. What are the steps after that? Well, the steps after that is to take it at least for 4 to 6 weeks, the dose equivalent to the dose of what you were taking before, either you took NP thyroid or Nature Thyroid, and then recheck the labs in 4 to 6 weeks and see where you're at. In some extreme cases, if you don't feel well in 2 weeks, definitely ask your doctor or healthcare practitioner to run the labs right away to see where you're at. And another very important rule, when you get to check your thyroid levels, do not take Thyroid armothyroid or any natural desiccated thyroid before you have the lab draw, because it will falsely elevate the levels of free T3. So the other option is the synthetic levothyroxine option. It's T4 only medication, and you can take it in the morning. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to figure out if you are converting it well and if you are from T4 to T3. So if that's the option you choose, or you have to choose, definitely take it 1 hour away from coffee, 30 minutes away from eating breakfast, and take it every day. You have to be very consistent. It may work for some people if your gut function is good, if your liver function is good, if you don't have any mineral and vitamin deficiencies, it still may work. It could be better than nothing. Or for people who cannot tolerate T4 and T3 medications, such as pig thyroid, or they have some kind of allergic reaction to the porcine pig compound of the thyroid. In my experience, from at least 300 to 400 patients that I have treated in the last year, I would say that only a couple patients did have the true allergic reaction to the pig thyroid, which they didn't have any reaction to pork meat or bacon, but at the same time they experienced hives and swelling and itching on their skin. So that was a no-brainer. You just stop the medication and switch them on something else that they can tolerate better. So now, as I fire hosed you with all this information, let me know what questions you have, and please add the comments, and I would love to answer some of them. Or if you have any topics that interest you in the future, I would love to keep my content more relevant to my audience, basically. So bye bye for now.